Aloha, and welcome to Maui Live Show's The Tub. In The Tub this week are some of Maui's best-known personalities, talking about life on Maui. Welcome once again to Maui Live Show's The Tub.
Man, you guys are incredible.
Thank you, Larry. We appreciate that.
Yeah, do that.
No, have Trish do that. Can you do that the whole show?
Just because I'm the only girl at the
Get a
table.
close-up.
Yeah.
That is not fair. Chino's
Close
better.
up. You fell for that again.
Actually, no, Larry's got some good cleavage of his own.
And I'm proud of it, too.
So,
Well, we've got
take
another
down that top button, will you? Sex sells, you know this.
Fuzzy.
Don't get too excited.
Too much of a good thing.
It's not on Coca-Cola.
Okay.
There's board 9 got nothing on you, Larry. You got a new theme song?
Right? Yeah, that is one loud bass line.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's good to be here with the tub.
The Tub. The Tub.
Get down. Get down.
We're not going to rap again.
down.
Is that-
I feel like Sting's about to come out on WCW wrestling song, isn't it? It's one of their generic cut songs.
All right, well, that got us warmed up pretty good. Anyway, it's exciting to be with you. I'm Larry John, folks. Get a close-up, please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
John.
And I'm happy to be here. They call me Lovable Air, and there's no reason for that. When I did a TV show, did you ever, and when you did, a radio show, did you ever have a nickname? I was Lovable.
Scuzz Bucket.
Scuzz Bucket. I like that.
Trisha did.
Yeah, there it is. See? Did you have a nickname, or you always been Chino?
I just go by just Chino.
Chino?
Yeah,
Chino?
I'm no C.
No, what's the
Nobody
thunder?
else? Did you have a nickname?
In the 70s, I was known as Crazy Disco Daddy.
Wow.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice.
Prove
I was
it.
younger.
I was Barney Rubble. I was Barney Rubble.
But you look like Mel
Not
Blanc.
Bonnie.
Barney. I'm a
Bonnie
little
or
blank right
Bonnie?
now.
Was it Barney or Bonnie?
It was Barney.
Oh, okay.
What was that loud white
Barney.
video?
Bonnie.
Barney.
However,
He looks
Bonnie
good in
Rubble
a
would be
moo-moo.
a great drag name. Bonnie
Bonnie
Rubble.
Rubble.
He also looks good in a
Bonnie
burqa.
Rumble.
Thank you. Thank you. And
I once went by Jesus on the air.
no, you didn't.
I had a group of guys, and we had the Jesus Judith Christ show.
What?
We were trying to push some limits at that time. And
Zeus?
No,
we
really?
did, yeah.
No.
So I was Jesus.
You
yeah.
were Jesus.
Yeah, I was Jesus. And we had Judas and
Jesus
Christ.
is a
But
woman.
have you had any other radio names you've used?
Oh, I've had so many radio names. That's
know.
the best. As a matter of fact, this is not even my real name right now. So, Eric, I don't know. I just picked that out of the phone.
He's actually a witness
It's
protection
working,
program,
so
Because
I'm
I
not
hate
really
that name.
complaining.
Okay.
His real name is God.
Okay, we're going to
The
announce
King of Scurf was actually my first
for
radio
those
name.
who may have watched this show. That was good. For those who may be new to the tub.
Nude?
Nude in the tub.
Imagine
no.
that.
From the
New
waist down.
To the tub. Boy, this is a hard group tonight. I mean, usually I don't have this much
There's a
fun.
lot of
It's all
people.
the caffeine.
Let's not talk about being hard at the table.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Especially in the hot tub.
Oh, whoa. Sorry. May I use Jesus?
I'm
Jesus,
feeling
Jesus,
inadequate.
Lordy, Lordy.
Jesus. Jesus.
Okay, let's try this again.
Yes, okay.
Take
2.
I'm happy to have
Did you push
with us.
play, sweetie?
This is our.
Record,
Happy to
maybe?
be with you tonight.
That was our best stuff. That was our best material.
Still, we're on it.
See how we
We're
even
on it.
stop while we're on the air.
Take 2.
Even when
I
we're
saw no
making a
movement.
mistake, he's
This
on
is
top
it.
of it.
It's okay.
Let's just go home. That's it. That's a
Man,
wrap.
you guys, but thank you for watching. For me.
I didn't see any numbers moving.
Okay.
Rude, Trish.
He changed it on us.
It was recording, but that's cool.
It just put up a prompt.
Actually, it was a psych. We just wanted to see if you'd go there to check.
All right, let me introduce this show. For those, I started this. I can't get this in my ear. Stick it in your ear. We do the show. We get together as friends.
Mostly.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
what we're
that
told
was
now.
an overshoot,
Okay.
wasn't it?
Wow.
Okay.
Well, when we show up, we're friends.
By the
but
way,
when
the
we leave,
friendship
we're
fees
enemies.
due.
Worst.
May 30th.
We get together as acquaintances. Isn't that funny on Facebook? Anybody I don't like, I put them in my acquaintances.
Acquaintance.
Yeah, don't you?
What is? There's an option for that?
Oh yeah, you can have your own files. I even have one.
I would like to do that for the 1,000 people.
Yeah, no, you can put them in
Crazy.
files, and
No
then
way.
no way.
I don't pay attention
Wait.
to that crap.
So I'll show you how to do that afterwards.
cool.
But anyway,
Thanks,
so I just want you to know everybody here is in my acquaintances. So thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
really.
Larry.
Yeah, I'm very acquainted
At least
with
we have
that.
our own file.
All right.
If it makes you feel any better, I only like the posts of yours that you put in that I'm in.
you what?
I only like the posts that you put in that I'm in.
He still reads
Those
the
are the
rest.
only posts that I
but
like.
that's the only one he likes.
You know, I always like everything you do.
I know, it's very sweet of you.
Man crush.
Pretty much.
But he's kind of hoping that you'd reciprocate.
Bromance.
But Trish, I always like everything that you post, if you notice.
I appreciate that.
I very seldom like anything McCartney is posting.
Are you? I think it's
I don't want
because
you to be
the
any different
shave
from my
ice.
family.
You don't like
The
shave
shave
ice?
ice. Yeah.
And Eric, I have you. You're not in my acquaintances. I want you
Really?
to know you're very special.
Oh, wow.
You're in a file that I call jerks.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Am I
Up
the
there
only
with
one in the
Jesus.
file?
No, there's lots of people.
I'm sure I'm in
jerks.
great company.
Lots
I'm in
of
great
them.
company.
Okay.
Well,
Let's introduce the people in the tub. This is Bill Best. Let's give everybody a hand.
All right.
Celebrity Bill Best. Yeah. Joe Abello. Joe
Hey,
Abello.
Joe!
Joe in the house.
Sonny Dennis. I don't know who the hell this is. McCartnney, tell me who that is.
DJ Blast.
DJ
Now,
Chill Town.
does everybody know
We're his
DJ?
MC.
Because I don't know DJ. Has anybody ever met DJ
Yeah,
before?
he works at Ambrosia. He's all over the place. He's the man.
Ambrose
You don't
is
know
all over
Bud?
the place.
What'd you
Like
say?
one corner to the next corner and sometimes
Bud
in the
does it
middle.
all.
Yes.
He
And we
does it
smoke
all.
cigarettes outside, too.
Oh, does he? Like everyone else. Okay, and Michael McCartney. Let's hear it for Michael McCartney.
Yeah, Michael McCartney.
You're looking for a sound effect especially for Michael McCartney. Trish
Working on it.
Look at you.
The
Got-
only
got
female at the
anything good for
table.
him?
Gee, your hair smells terrific.
Oh, wow. You got a really special sound effect for that.
What was it?
But once was enough, Bill. And now Chino LaForge. And the one and only Jesus.
All right.
Jesus.
All right. Well, it's good to be here. I've got
great to
I've got
Thank
a
you.
big show planned for today, but I got to go through some mechanics first. First of all, let's thank Bill Best for BillBestOnMaui.com.
That's correct.
And
Yes, sir.
for the artwork. Look at all this
Oh,
artwork.
it's the artwork, not the porn site.
This is part of my Rusty Truck series,
Yeah.
appropriate for any man cave.
Rusty what? Chuck?
And we all need we all have a little
Not
man
rusty
cave
trombone.
inside.
Yeah.
Mine gutter.
Well, we want to thank Bill. That was really good. I also want to thank everybody for watching on Akaku TV Friday nights at 6 o'clock. The Tub is played every Friday night. Plus, Sean seems to put it on a lot more than that, and I don't know why.
Yeah, he likes the embarrassment of.
I think he likes to
We'll be
embarrass
talking
us.
about that a
Because
little
he's
bit
not-
later. I
And
think.
He hasn't been
redundancy.
showing up for the Tub, so now he
Okay.
likes to.
He likes the
exploit us.
redundancy.
He's an exploiter.
Thank
That's
you
like
for
Shawn
saying
Michaels,
it 3
you.
times, Bill.
Redundancy.
Yeah, okay. Good enough. And want to Hotel Balderdash every Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. World's greatest kid show.
Great
here
for the
on-
kiddies.
Greatest kid show.
Yeah, don't call them kiddies.
Oh, sorry.
It's a pet peeve of mine. Somebody emailed me and said,
Look,
"Would you bring me one?"
we
over
can
your-
agree
your
to
kiddie
disagree, all right?
No, we can't. Okay, so anyway, somebody
Well-
said, "Hey, will you bring me over a couple of your kiddie albums?" I almost threw up because I don't do kiddie albums. I do kids albums. So I just want you don't
Kitty.
go there.
Like now?
A
Say
kitty
Kiki.
album. That sounds like
Kitty,
something
kitty,
you
kitty,
can't
kitty.
purchase. Like,
Kitty,
that
kitty,
sounds like-
kitty, kitty.
Are you a cat or dog person, Larry?
I'm a horse person.
Oh, that says a lot.
Yeah.
Wait,
I didn't quite hear horse.
Can you tell
for a
us how
second.
old you are?
That's not applicable at this moment.
I'm trying to. Sure, I can tell you, but what matter? Does it matter?
He's making a
Stomp
counting joke.
your
counting.
leg.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of
He's a
stomping.
horse
That
person.
was funny.
That was funny. That was funny.
There you go.
When he
Finally, when he got
did
it.
you get it right?
Yeah, no, I
That's typical equestrian. That's equestrian humor. Come on.
From the horse person.
All
it's an
right.
equestrian taste.
What
We
else
could
I
ride
want to say?
that.
Oh, we got a new radio station on the air. It's called
yeah.
Maui Wow Radio.
Wow.
And whether you like it or not, you're all on it. And lots of
The
music.
weekly dishes.
Still
up
not
there.
paying us,
Thank you.
Dish is on there. All of McCartney's stuff is
McCartney's
on
is
there.
on
which-
there?
I have all of his shows memorized now, so I put him on one of those lists where it's less frequent.
Yes, that's important for
It
everyone.
very was to me because I was saying I knew what you were going to say next, and that was bothering me. But I look and see how many listeners we've got. Do you realize how many listeners this station has already? Thanks to McCartney and Trisha Dish. None?
How many,
None?
Larry?
How many?
Larry?
I don't even have a ballpark. What do you got
Just
for
checking.
us?
Tell us, Larry.
Don't leave us in suspense.
I know.
Well, let's put it
We'll
this
work
way.
on promoting that, is what you're
Not-
trying to say.
Not
huh?
as many as any other radio station on Maui yet. Not yet.
the
But it's
beauty
going
of
to be.
online
The
radio.
better way of saying it is that you're 14th.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good way of putting it.
We're in the top 20 of
14,
Maui
right.
radio.
14th on Maui.
Now, Sonny, you're doing a show for the Maui Wow Radio for us, right? A comedy
sir.
show. Yeah. Bill's going to do a show. McCartney's already got too many on there. Trish, you're on there already, but you could do extra. Chino, have you? Yeah, you know.
Please help me
this
retire.
is the honest truth. I put on Chino's. I'd love you to do a show, a comedy show or an interview show or whatever you want to do on Maui Wow Radio. He never answers any of my messages.
I actually got an ear infection last week, so
You could still
I
type.
ignored you and my mother's more angry at me than you are. I can assure you that.
He did
Wow,
answer.
laying it on heavy.
He never answers. He never answers, regardless of the ear infection. He never answers me, but this time
Kind of
he
a big
did.
deal.
And this one, I said, would you like to do a show on our radio station, Maui Wow Radio? He answered, what's Maui Wow Radio? Which made me feel bad because I've been sending all kinds of Facebook stuff out. McCartney has, everybody, even Eric has sent
Well,
stuff
it's
out.
hard to
He's gonna say
differentiate.
something.
It's hard to differentiate the juicy work options next to like 21st birthdays that normally get like bombarded on my page. I have no filter. I don't know how to do
Well,
it.
I'll
so I
teach
just
you how to
kinda-
make files, and I want mine to be in VIP file, okay?
He's
You
not
go
just
there
an
first.
Well,
acquaintance.
move me up from acquaintance and we'll
Yeah,
talk.
exactly.
We'll talk, man. I mean,
Negotiation,
you got to
I
give
love
to
it.
get. Aloha works both ways,
I
bro.
love it. I love it. Anyway, if you haven't seen Maui Wow Radio, you can go to MauiLiveShow.com, and it tells you there. You just click it and you can hear it, or you can put it in your iPhone, your iPad, wherever you want to
Put it where you want.
Wow.
or your iTunes.
That's where our job ends.
Really? Okay. So what else is going on? Anything before we get into the meat of the show that you guys wanted to bring up?
there's
You always
meat?
got stuff.
Well, I'm thirsty, so may I be excused from the table?
No. Okay. Trish, you always have something
I
for
have
us.
Moth XP's got a show June 21st, and it's a Maui Board Shapers and Surf Arts Expo. It's going to be awesome. So I hope to see you guys there at the Mill House. Come check out the new venue we're kind of working with. So that's where this is too. But
Yeah.
this will air.
By the way, the
was.
show
I can't
on-
wait to see
the,
you.
The show on the 24th was incredible.
Fantastic.
I
Hilarious.
could not stop
Sunny.
laughing.
I know.
I can't tell you how much I
ringmaster,
laughed.
Sonny,
The
Sonny,
featured
I know-
strongman.
I know
really
that
can't.
he was featured, but you were the funniest guy there.
Absolutely. It was the mustache and
I
the
really
whip.
was. I'm
It was
gonna
the whip
say
I
it.
got him.
There's a whole nother level of
By
pressure.
the way,
know.
we're sorry about anybody that got hurt.
I
Yeah.
really
But no.
enjoyed
Oh,
the
thank you.
comedy of
But yeah, thanks for coming,
Ted
Larry.
Anderson, actually.
Ted was
Ted was fantastic.
serial killer wit on that one.
All right.
yes.
So what
So, yeah,
else
right
in
on.
June is coming up? This being the June show, that
Well,
would be.
We have Women Competence and Allure. That's a show coming up at the Schaefer International Gallery, and it features 3 women artists
Yeah.
who will share gallery space with concurrent solo exhibits displaying bodies of work that draw from ideas about counterculture, bohemianism, sexuality, instinct, and playful fantasy. Huh,
You
Larry?
notice how
always
and
puts
this is
that
the
down.
leans
this is
towards
the
you for
case
that.
with everyone when they say the word sex, they always go and like that. The decibel level goes way down.
So this is at the Schaefer from
you
the
read it
first
slower,
the
Bill?
1st through August 1st. It runs through August 1st.
Were you reading that, or did you have that memorized?
June
No,
1st?
I read it.
I know.
I
you
tried to
did.
memorize
All
it,
right.
but
All right.
Thanks, Bill.
Joe, you got anything going on?
about
Anything,
women in art.
anything we need to hear about?
I'm still alive, man.
That's good.
He's living the dream.
Seriously, every morning when I get up, I open my eyes. It's usually around 4:30 or 5. I open my eyes, just like my dad did. I go, wow, got another one.
Right.
You get our age and you're kind of, like, really?
What do you mean
Got
our
another
age?
one?
Jesus, thank Jesus.
Our age. What do you mean our age?
Thank you, Jesus. Okay.
Hey,
All
so-
right, Sonny, you got anything you want to plug? Anything you need to do before we get going?
Oh, actually, me and Chino are going to be on Oahu from the 4th to the 8th doing shows out there. If you're into that island, come check us out at Anna O'Brien's on Wednesday
Oh, that's a good
and
place.
O'Toole's on Friday.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time. We're going to be
Wow, you guys are really moving on.
silly.
Yeah, we're working
You know?
hard.
Yeah.
Off to Oahu.
We're going to the water park. That's the highlight of the whole trip.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we're going. We built comedy shows around our water park
They're
trip.
sponsored by the water park.
Okay,
actually, for the tour.
DJ, you got anything coming up?
I got
DJ.
What
Hey,
is it?
DJ,
All right, well,
play that funky beat. What you got
DJ's
going?
We need to do this.
I feel like
for
that's
Larry,
like a-
Is
all
it
right?
DJ Blast?
It's like an epithet.
Would you be quiet,
At the
please?
turn of the century,
At the turn of the century.
morning radio gave us the Morning Woody,
Wow.
hosted by DJ Blast. And then,
Wow.
Yeah, show some respect.
and then he returned
I don't even know.
as he was Ed in the Ed and Greg show.
Nice.
Morning
Really?
show on Wild 105 for
So
about
this
half a
guy's
decade.
a somebody. He's been a somebody before.
Now, is
But
his own
more,
company.
more important, he has
Yeah.
been entertaining audiences on Maui as a club DJ for like 3
Not,
decades.
not
now.
to
Special
mention,
events.
You have DJ'd one of the events at Maui High that I was at that I was really, really, really happy with.
This is when you were in high school,
it was,
right?
It was a while back. It's one of the class competition things that we did. Like that was a while ago. Yeah.
Oh,
Last week.
Well, that's
Good.
I've got 3 big events in June.
Do you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
One is on June 6th. That's at Charlie's. It's my 90s night.
I love the way
Those are fun.
This guy talks really cool.
Saved by the 90s.
Yeah, and then I have.
You're gonna play in Vogue then, right?
Yes, I play Vogue. Then I have an
I'm there.
80s night at Casanova's on the 14th.
It's going down.
Cool.
And then I'm actually doing an event called Sonic Reunion.
Are you looking at your iPhone to find out where
I'm
you're
just
going to
looking
be?
at my calendar. 'cause
Calendar.
There's so
Yeah.
much
He's
stuff. I want to
busy.
get those dates
He's so
right.
busy,
Which is tattooed on
He's
his
actually the
underthigh.
busiest guy at this table.
And then
You
on,
told me he wasn't
Well,
even
that's
going to
impossible.
talk. No, when McCartney told me, he said, "Listen, we'll have him sit behind the
You
refrigerator."
you let him
No,
promote
that
events,
was
though. He's
Marty.
like, oh.
That was our studio audience. Marty would be by the
that
refrigerator.
Marty. Okay, all right.
And then June 20th, I have an event called Sonic Reunion, and it's a reunion of the teen night that I did in the late 90s for 6 years at Hoppa's. And so everyone's grown up now, so we get together every year, Sonic Reunion.
Where's
and
that going to be?
That's going to be at Diamonds.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And they still come up to you, right, and say, Mr. Blast.
Yeah, the thing is that they're older now, so they're adults and they have children and they're all married and they're all just like Sonic Party was the best time ever when they were 15, 16 years old.
You're responsible for a lot of first kisses, other things.
He was my
probably-
first kiss.
A lot of children.
A lot of children, yeah.
Children,
And
lots
Bud
of
gave us-
children
We've done
at
the math
Hoppa.
on that, and I actually had a family in Hana that I played a lot of things for them, and I played the first birthday for one of their children, and then a couple of years ago they called me to play the 18th birthday, the graduation.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
18th birthday for the same kid. I was already booked, so I couldn't.
They grow
make
so
it.
fast, don't they?
Just like that.
Unbelievable.
Just like that.
So,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I got
Human
coming
nature.
up.
hey, you're somebody. I'm honored that we could be here with you.
Is
You
anything
guys
happening
all
with
work.
Chilltown TV this summer?
We're going to try to get some more episodes of Chilltown TV. We just finished the championship of School Spirit, so that was a whirlwind these last couple of months, and we're going to reset for next year. Championship of School Spirit's a whole other thing to talk. But anyway, we're going to try and do some Chilltown TV episodes this summer as well. So.
Right.
Sweet.
Cool.
Keep it
All right,
Nice.
Eric Molina, commonly called Jesus.
Give it-
What do you got going
Give
on?
us a
in here?
sermon.
I got to tell you, I am so excited for next month. Or this month, whatever it is.
Okay.
I'm taking 3 weeks off. I have been so busy.
Really?
Well,
Don't call
it's,
me.
It's not that. I'm going to do a staycation. I just bought a bunch of frozen pizzas and a Roku, and I'm just going to hang in my
You
house.
saw the Costco deal, too?
Pretty much, and so but I am taking some time off for me.
Yeah.
So I hope
Yeah.
to come back rejuvenated, excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to just always be in the tub.
Yeah. Yeah. You've missed the last.
You can come by and have some
you've
pizza
missed
anytime.
2 tubs in a row,
I
which,
missed 2
which
tubs in a row.
normally means I don't invite you to the third
I know.
one.
I know. I'm honored.
So
Unless you're
Especially-
Shawn Michael, then we hope you'll
Yeah,
come.
we
You
back.
have to
hope.
come.
He
Yeah.
has to keep this on
we
the
hope
air.
you won't come, and you always keep coming.
Well,
but
you gotta-
why have you been missing the tub? I don't get it.
I have been.
You've been busy?
Crazy for the island of leisure. You
Yeah.
know, one of the top islands in the world, Maui.
Yeah.
You know that everybody comes to vacation and to relax. How do we get so busy?
By choice.
Word.
By choice. By choice.
Yeah.
So
By picking up your phone.
Yeah.
Taking a phone.
Yeah,
By
don't
saying
answer-
yes.
don't
You have
answer
to
that.
show up. You
You
have
could
to
always
show
live
up.
at the beach. It's
All
an
right,
option.
But I have to say, I am
By
excited.
saying yes to-
We have the Maui Film Festival coming up.
Oh, we do. Okay, then I'll let you go back. Tell us about the festival. When does that start?
Just quickly, it starts on the 4th of next month. Through
June,
Next-
you mean?
June.
June.
Through
This
the 8th.
month.
This month.
This
This month
Yeah.
through the 8th.
Yeah.
Some great films. MauiFilmFestival.
Yeah.
.com. You can check out The Taste of Wailea, The Taste of Chocolate.
Yeah.
Some great films coming up, especially the one that's been getting a lot of promotion with Mike Myers about Shep Gordon.
Yeah.
And also the first night at the Castle, we are doing a documentary on Timothy Leary and Ram Dass. So Ram will be there. And it's followed by something to neutrons about alternative medicine and psychedelic medicine and how it should be reintroduced into our culture.
Okay, enough of Eric.
okay, sorry.
Enough of Eric.
When is that one
I was
playing?
about
Calm down,
that
Eric.
was
You're
like
getting him
going for it.
On a
excited.
medicine.
All right,
After Laser Floyd.
We're inviting
Chino,
you to town.
Chino, what do you got going on in June?
Well, now every Tuesday night at Threes, we have our stand-up comedy open mic, of course.
Absolutely.
Since the
Aloha to
tragic
Stellas.
loss of Stella Blues, we've been looking for a new
yeah.
venue, and Threes has been wonderful enough to pick us up. So every Tuesday night,
Have
9
they done
o'clock,
any
Threes.
things with their stage yet? Have they made it a little more inviting and warm?
They put some amazing comedians on it.
They did put up a new lighting system, and also they revamped their sound a bit.
Oh,
and,
good.
Yeah, they're rewiring themselves for more late night.
So they're really excited you're there then.
They're I mean, we gave them their Tuesdays used to be, of course, 8 o'clock pop and then done.
See ya.
But we give them it's like another dinner rush.
And you start at 9, right?
Start at 9 o'clock. Normally runs till about 11. Free entry with happy hour prices on sushi and happy hour prices on drinks.
Well, if you knew sushi, like I know sushi.
Sushi.
Oh. You have to be really old to get that song. Okay, Trisha, what do you got?
Like I said, come check out the Millhouse. You did. I was like, come check out the Millhouse, and also it's going to be our 4-year anniversary of the Weekly Dish. So stay tuned.
Are you going to be doing a lot of stuff at the Millhouse? Then you're going to have lots of promotions.
Once a month, Trisha Dish or the Weekly Dish will be producing a show, and it'll be different every month. Like we're going to do comedy. We did the comedy show, which was amazing. Thank you everybody who came. Moth XP June 21st, and then Kavehi. I don't know if you guys know who she is. She's the female
phenomenal.
looping sensation. She
So
we just
you're
booked
doing a
her.
monthly show.
Yeah, July 5th, and Kanoa will be opening for her.
She's coming from Kansas City?
She's coming from Europe, her European tour. But
Wow.
she lives in Kansas City, but
Now,
a Honolulu girl.
She's awesome.
Gone viral. So
enough, Trish. McCartney, were you on jury duty? Did I see that on Facebook that you were on Judy duty?
No, my
Judy
friend
duty.
Jane Whitman was on jury duty.
Oh, you weren't on Judy
No,
duty.
it's her birthday
Judy.
today.
Judy.
Oh, and I thought it was you. You were
No,
on
no.
Judy.
I was on jury duty in the past.
Has anybody ever been on
Yes.
jury duty?
Oh,
You
yes.
have?
I've been on Judge Judy.
you have?
Oh yeah.
You're a star.
Listen,
Has anybody been in the Slammer? Oh boy.
I know someone. That,
I looked at
got
Chino.
real quiet.
I was like,
I looked at this side.
Bill,
I
you wanna raise
thought
your
Chino would for
I
sure
know.
raise his hand.
just edit my hand up?
And Michael McCartney raised his hand. That was
I was
really
in a
weird.
paddy
I got as
wagon.
far as
Isn't
bookings,
radio
and then
considered jail?
something happened and they let me go.
right.
All I can
What
say.
did you
I'm
go
a
to jail
journalist.
for?
Oh,
I need to
man.
know now. What did you go to jail for?
Reaction.
He didn't.
Being on the radio.
No, you didn't. Oh, it's one of those fundraisers.
Financial prison.
Yeah,
It's called
financial.
journalism.
Yeah. All right.
I was hauled out by the police during
So,
the last tsunami. Remember? We
McCartney,
stayed on the air till 3 o'clock in the morning, and they hauled us out.
address everything to me, please.
No,
okay.
I can't do that.
So what
You
do
got
you
that look in your
What
eye.
do you got? Thank you. What do you got going on?
Well, June's pretty exciting because we brought back public radio to Maui. Yeah. You got both Keaku, or Keaku,
Yeah.
and now it's called, what, Mana'o Hanaho Radio.
Mana'o
It's back on the air.
Yeah,
lot
I
of
much love the
syllables.
Tony Novak Clifford.
I saw a
will be
picture of
confusing
Bill
more
on
white people
Facebook
on that show.
putting up all the CDs, man. You were like working your tail off.
Oh yes, I am very handsome, you know.
Well, yeah, that may be.
You got a face for radio, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. All right, well,
Not the only part of
we
me.
we need to do this. Are you ready?
The
As
tub.
you know,
The tub. The tub.
Look at all these new. I'm on this.
I'll never forgive you for that.
I got nothing.
Can you believe this? McCartney was supposed to do a rap. McCartney could not do a rap. No matter what beat I
I
gave
don't
him.
believe that.
No, he couldn't. I mean, show him how you can.
You needed to hear
Yeah.
the music bed, first of all.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here's Michael McCartney with his rap for tonight.
I got nothing.
He's got nothing.
Pass it on.
He's got nothing.
Seriously, I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Sounds like a top 10 hit.
All right,
So
so
this is what, like the 5th time we've talked about this on this show.
we're never going to stop talking. So
That's how you rap.
Hip hop, you know, I'm a slave to the rhythm.
I
Gave
asked
me a
each
bad
of you to
backbeat.
come prepared with a subject matter. And I think I'm starting to see how we're going to do the tub from now on, but maybe not. You know, I like to shake it up a little bit. But right now, it's worked for 3 times in a row, which I think is pretty good for any show. And that's that I asked you to come prepared to talk about things that have happened in your own stupid life. Right? Right?
No,
Why is
that's
our
not
life stupid, yo? That
Well,
hurt.
compared to Larry,
Well, if you have to ask.
really.
All
That
right.
hurt.
So the subject, does anybody know what the subject is? Eric, tell everybody what the subject is.
Some of our most embarrassing moments.
Embarrassing
As
moments.
children,
Yes.
adults, and
Aside from the tub?
adolescents.
Now,
No, it's funny you would mention that.
This is kind of embarrassing right now.
I'm going to do something
covered
here.
that,
As
though.
you notice, I have a new sound effect. And if I get tired, I ring my bell. If McCartney gets started, would you take this, please? If McCartney gets started, he's going to do either one of them. You have to stop.
Can't
we
I
don't
just
care.
reach over and do this?
No, you can't. That's mine.
You are the weakest
it
link.
way out
Last
of reach
time.
this time.
I put it way over here
They're
for a
like
good
kids
reason.
over here.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's really loud, guys.
I got a
It's
harmonica
painful.
too.
Is this his embarrassing moment?
I can just hear all of your kids going, Dad.
With the harmonica. Dad.
Listen, when I
We're
was
having a sleepover. Get out. Pretty in Pink's on.
that's the only song I know on the harmonica.
You're ruining the John Hughes
And
soundtrack.
It was the most requested song, really, for me. Oh, my kids loved it.
Ironic that it's
What
played
was
with a
that
harmonica and it's about a banjo on a knee.
Harmony. Harmonic horror.
I like this. Okay. So anyway, have you all come prepared? Is there anybody that I need to embarrass before? You've all got stuff, right?
No, you can
Yeah, I
embarrass
got
me.
plenty of embarrassing stories.
You got
I became
nothing?
a
You got
comedian.
nothing?
Embarrass away.
No, I have nothing on purpose
Oh, okay. You
because
why?
I must have the gene that has no shame. I'm in radio, obviously. I'm sure a lot of people at this table aren't really embarrassed by much, or else they wouldn't even be here on this show. I mean, I thought hard for a few days. I'm like, what was I embarrassed by? And the only thing I could come up with was people coming up to me in the past few months recognizing me from this show.
That's got to be embarrassing.
And I had my boss at one of the radio stations go, hey, I saw you on TV the other night. Okay, I was thinking it was this show. He goes, you were with some clowns. I'm like, clowns?
Balderdash.
Now, again, I'm not embarrassed. I was more like, this guy's stoned or something. I mean, he's hammered. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And then
He's in radio.
he starts describing, these coats and this big hat. And I'm like, Pharrell? I couldn't figure out where they...
Couldn't figure it out, huh?
And then I went, oh, wait a minute. It was a kid's show you were watching, right? They said, oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, okay.
So I've done more to embarrass you in your lifetime than anybody else.
I guess.
then, right? Yeah.
Because I'm actually the kind of person that's more embarrassed for my friends and family of what I do. Like if they had to explain me.
Right, that would be
Pretty
hard.
much.
So I don't know.
hard.
I really tried to come up with something. I couldn't think
Well,
of
you know,
anything.
when I was talking to Carl about this, I was telling him we were going to be doing embarrassing moments. Which, by the way, I had the same problem. Carl could not think of one embarrassing moment he's had in his life.
Thank you,
not
Carl.
even one. And when we started this, Michael and I, this is not true, Michael. We couldn't think of that many either. And now I have
Then
more.
all of a sudden we started remembering.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
See,
it's because
you'd
your brain
suppressed it.
buried them
Yeah.
to forget them.
Just
They're
Like
still there,
a
trust me.
flood
Years of therapy.
of bad situations they have come upon me.
But they really embarrassed you.
Oh,
Oh, God,
totally.
you
You
have
have
no
no idea.
idea.
I can't even wait to share. However, I'm going to give of my time till you guys are either stinky or the tempo goes down or whatever.
Okay, let's hear Trish.
All right.
And now we'll go to Trish.
I have plenty of embarrassing moments, but the same thing I was thinking, I kind of just got over myself a while ago. But there were a few, including one time when I was on crutches. I
Yeah.
fell down the steps in front of, it gets better, my ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend.
Oh, God.
That was one of those moments where you're just like,
God bless.
you're just trying not to cry. You're trying to find your crutch and hobble the heck out of there.
that's terrible.
Worse for
Well, you
him,
said
though.
bad. I dug
Like,
deep, man. And by the way,
How
it
hard it
hurt
is
bring
not to
that
laugh
back.
when you see that.
Exactly. They wanted to bust up, but they were like, "Oh man."
There's a tear.
I believe you're not allowed to laugh if they're handicapped.
I think we can learn from that.
Temporarily
We can-
handicapped.
We can learn from that.
You're gonna be handicapped.
Is it on YouTube?
I know.
Find your
really cooked.
crutch. Find your crutch. I think.
Thank
Okay,
you.
next.
All right, Chino.
Chino.
You're up. Chino.
Well, I was expelled from my first high school, and
Really?
yeah, it was because I got pantsed, boxers and all, during PE.
Oh, I hate that.
And
Yeah.
as you know,
they
it's
pull
I
your
apologize. How many times do you have to go through this?
It doesn't stop there.
You were the teacher.
Unfortunately, because when gentlemen are in this act of strenuous activity, sometimes our setups become a little bit less presentable. You know what I'm saying?
You go commando.
Cold water.
You been
Commando.
swimming?
Yeah, I was in sport mode instead of trophy mode.
Yeah, I
not
hear
quite swim mode, but very close.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
well, pretty much, the girl who had seen it told the entire
Everybody.
school that
tiny
I was
Trish, how could you?
I was ill-equipped for any type of physical
Sexual-
activity. So,
That's terrible.
well, it gets worse. I confronted her outside of the girls' locker room like a week later after the
With your
rumor started
pants
going on.
off?
Eventually, it came to that. Yeah, where like the rumor was so severe, I just had to,
Show her.
and
You had to
After
show
throwing
her.
it,
Show her.
after throwing it around for a few
I know,
minutes
I
there,
know.
Yeah,
getting
he
it
prepped it.
presentable.
He prepped
and yeah. I mean, I did get myself to trophy rounds,
Right.
but then she looked, and her friend looked, and the PE teacher looked, and that's when I got expelled.
Seriously, you had the nerve to show that?
I was I was pushed to a brink. Like you have no idea what it's like.
Oh, that's
to have,
terrible.
I went to a California school too, so I had like 1,000 kids.
And you were
just on my
expelled
shoulders.
because it was too small.
Yeah, and this was before.
It was cold.
It was cold.
It was
That's
the winter.
that's
Yeah,
really.
it was the
I
winter.
found out as an adult. That's really just a personal choice.
Was there any redemption when the girl saw it?
Yeah, actually, it was okay. It was okay.
She went. She went.
Matter of fact, you're married
The
now.
rumors stopped. I just went to a really bad school after that.
Okay, Chino, thank you.
Thank you.
Jesus, or Eric, as I call you.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, embarrassing moment. This is the first time I've shared this with
Really?
anybody, and I'm glad I have a group of friends here because this is for me. It was one of the most embarrassing
don't
parts
be
of
sure.
my life.
Don't assume anything.
When I was younger, I actually failed a grade, and I was held back.
Oh man.
And I carried with me all through high school, through my college years.
What grade was this?
And, well, that's the problem. Actually, it was preschool.
That doesn't count.
I had a really hard time with this for years because I had to do it twice,
Finger
and of course
painting.
everybody gave me heck because everybody moved ahead.
Shapes are hard. Preschool is
Come-
really
come-
just a
but
place for
come to find
babysitters,
out,
right?
You know, when I was in therapy with my mother, we did talk about it. Come to find out, she started me a year early, so she didn't have to babysit me. So it wasn't I was really held back, but she got some free time to play around. But anyway, that was. Thank you for letting me share
Well, that was
because
embarrassing.
until now,
Yeah,
it was.
until now you find it
it was really inside.
Somebody give
It's
him
like the
a
opposite
hug.
of almost famous.
Give the boy a hug.
Come on, Blast. What
All
happened
right,
to
Bill
you?
Best. Bill Best. Bill Best.
Actually, you know, I'm embarrassed because first off, I didn't even know we were doing the tub tonight, and second, I didn't know that we had a special chore to do, and I had prepared to do sidekick readings. So I'm sorry, but
Sidekick reading.
psychic readings.
The man put paintings on the wall. He knew he was coming.
Psychic readings.
Okay.
Sorry.
Bill.
I knew you were going to say that.
Psychic or sidekick?
I thought he
reading?
said sidekick.
This is the monologue of Robin.
Does
Some
everybody
Tonto
here-
action going on.
Does
here?
everybody get
So
my emails?
underappreciated.
Does everybody get my
I didn't
emails?
get an email.
Yes, you did.
I did
yes,
not.
You
I
did.
did not.
Well, then nobody else did.
Then how is it that you are here sitting across
I think
from
Bobby is erasing your emails. That's what I think.
Bobby's a racist? What? What the hell?
You could say she's a
fighting words.
sterling example of racist.
She's
a good old gal.
Joseph.
Yeah, okay, so you don't have any.
We moved on.
I prepared
we-
to
I-
Moved on.
He already
What
warned
is
him.
in charge of the
You already warned
psychic
him.
reading.
He's the most prepared. He knew he was coming.
Go on. That's
Okay,
okay.
Jojo,
No, just
take
go
it.
on.
There's
with
no
somebody.
continuity here.
I don't
You
think
brought
that-
art.
I don't think I'm going
embarrassed.
to invite Bill back.
corridor.
Okay, so Jojo, what do you got?
Embarrassing moment. A couple weeks ago, I was coming back from Oahu.
A couple weeks ago. Wow.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Recent
But anyways,
stuff.
He's turning red already.
it was one of the late flights coming back from Oahu to Maui.
Very nice.
So basically, I was so tired, I passed out. The plane didn't even take off yet, and then when I woke up, all I felt, bro, a puddle of drool.
Oh.
The first thing I do is I look around, did anybody see me? And then I see like a lady on my right side, like, boss. It
Oh.
was shame. Let me say it was shame.
Not too embarrassing.
No,
though.
no.
Did you drool on her? Because that
Oh,
was.
she was pretty.
Okay.
She was, whoa, yeah.
That's why he was drooling.
All right, Sonny,
drool
you're
on
up.
you, baby.
That's why you were
embarrass us.
embarrassed, is because she was pretty, correct?
Here, Sonny.
My senior year, I was homecoming
College?
king, but no, I was in the football, and it was like we were losing like 35-0. We were gonna.
What position did you play?
I was linebacker and wide receiver.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to be tough to be those positions.
Yeah.
And
I know.
why?
I was
notice he
white, I was
doesn't
white in
believe
Big
you?
Island, man. That's all you need.
Really?
You strike me as a tight end.
You don't seem very wide to
Maybe
me.
a
Wide
fullback,
receiver
wide
over
receiver,
here.
A fullback.
Let's hear the story.
Let him continue, please.
So,
All right.
so I'm all like, I'm just trying to be, I'm all aggro about it, and this guy hits me from behind, not behind, this side. I'm just saying that to say it. You know what I mean? Hits me from the side. I get leveled.
Yeah?
I hit the ground. I kind of remember
Bounce
where I'm
a
at,
little bit.
but I wake up like 10 seconds later, and I'm pissing myself.
Oh,
Just
no.
bro.
No.
Yes.
No.
First drool and now piss.
But it was one of those like my teammates came over like, dude, come on,
just
you gotta
rough.
get up, and I'm like, oh,
Just gross.
give me like
Body functions are
Just
embarrassing.
peed myself.
That would be embarrassing.
I didn't say anything to anybody.
And
I
crows.
kept playing the game, and you know,
Okay.
some people got some pee on them, but
Oh.
Okay, blast us. What do you got?
Don't let it be
Wait a minute.
diarrhea or vomit, all right?
Diarrhea or vomit.
I was sitting here, I'm listening to everybody's stories, and I'm thinking, God, I had so many in my business life. I had a few in my personal life.
Yeah.
I don't even know which one to share.
Personal.
Personal?
Body fluid.
Go for we like personal.
Open
Yeah,
up.
so
Open
I
up
guess
in the
Does it
Real
involve me? Should I
personal.
be embarrassed?
No.
Okay.
In 5th grade,
Yeah?
I had a crush on a girl. Completely unpopular. Wasn't a DJ yet, so wasn't.
That That happened in sixth grade.
You're playing the xylophone on the
A
playground.
young blast.
That was
pre-DJ
actually
prefix.
ninth grade. I started DJing, and then girls went, "Oh," and noticed me. But until then, I was invisible. There's a girl I like,
Yeah.
and I got a phone call over the weekend. I thought it was her, and she was saying, "Hey, let's go to there's a skating rink."
Yeah.
Where I lived, and I was like, yeah. So I go to my mom, and I was like, can I go? I was fifth grade.
Yeah.
Can I go to the skating rink? This girl wants to go with me, and my mom gave me a whole bunch of heat about it and all this kind of stuff, and I had to kind of, I'm interested in girls now. I'm older, blah blah blah.
I'm older,
Please,
fifth grade.
pleading with my mom. My mom gave me all sorts of heat.
Yeah.
Dressed me for the night, did the
No,
hair the
no.
whole night. So when they came to pick me up, it wasn't the girl. It was just a friend of mine.
Catfish.
And so here I am, decked to the nines. I get into the car, and I'm like, I don't even remember my friend's name, And I was
so
just
insignificant.
like, it was completely. And so we drove over to the place, and I didn't even want to be there.
Yeah.
And I'm just walking around, and this really.
Oh, you're
sucked.
moody.
I was just playing video games, and then I saw the girl I liked, and she was with somebody else at the thing.
Oh.
So
That's
I was
just more tragic than
stuck
embarrassing.
there for
not
hours.
That ratchet.
All
I
right,
bet she was a
so-
good roller skater too.
So don't honk the horn or ring the bell because I have a story to tell. The ocean and I stop it. The ocean and I have never been real friends, like buddies or But I really try to go to the ocean. So today we went to the beach, Michael and I. Today we went to
This is how he preps the
Daily
day of the show.
embarrassment.
Look, I got a whole list here. I got a million of them. So anyway, I didn't. But anyway, so we go, and I'm sitting there, and it's getting hot. It's getting pretty hot.
It
And I think,
does,
well, I
yes,
get in
in
the
the
shade.
sun.
Michael goes for a walk, and I'm in this chair. This chair is now leaning way back in the sand, so it's up. It's way up, and so I'm back like this. But for a fat boy, it's hard to get up, okay? It really is, If I were to try to sit down on the sand, I just fall backwards, So I finally maneuver my way, kind of slide my way out of the chair and get up, and then I'm waiting in the shade for Michael. Michael comes in, and I say to her, I think I'm going to get in the ocean. And she looks at me like, okay, okay. By the way, I just heard Michael tell this story to my middle son, and she told it so much more vanilla than I'm going to tell you because this is my experience, not hers. She witnessed it. So I go out in the water, and as I'm going out, as I'm walking down, there is this great big ledge, and I don't know if the sand comes up, and so you fall off the ledge. I would say, I said 3 feet. She says 2 feet. Doesn't matter.
Maybe
I
one.
stretched it. It was 1.
Okay, it was a lot of feet. Okay, anyway.
It was more than a foot.
Okay, so I go out, I enjoy the water, I'm going on, I'm the happiest guy in the world, all right? It's now time for me to come in. I start to walk in, and then I realize, as I get up to this level, 3 foot, whatever foot, that I'm not going to be able to get out of the ocean. I cannot make it up. The more I tried to walk up this mountain, the more I would just go back down because the sand's moving, And I'm thinking to myself, well, what the frick am I going to do here, So I decide that I'm going to just dive into the water and let the waves take me. Let the waves take me. So the waves take me, but now I'm laying there. I can't get up. I cannot get up. There's no way. I put one knee up, the other knee won't go up. I can't get up. Michael's like, oh no. So she's running out. She grabs my arm and says, here, I'll help you. Well, at that point, I'm on the ground. I cannot get up. She tries to lift me up, and I can't get up. And then this huge, muscle-bound guy who I loved, but he comes out and he goes, sir, can I help you? Yes, help me. And so this guy, Michael on one side, him on the other, lift me up and take me out of the water. Now, I was so embarrassed. This is not true. I just started, I said, I've got to walk this off. I got to walk this off. I'm never going to live this down. Never, ever. So I walked for about a half a mile and then came back. I was fine. But that was embarrassing.
Did you get his number?
Yeah.
Did your emergency alert panic button thing come sliding up the...
Okay, enough of me.
The life alert.
I knew.
The life alert.
Remember, don't hassle the monk seal.
Go ahead, Michael.
I knew when I saw him go in the water and he took that step I knew he was not coming out.
He was going
It was
down.
all planned.
It was
He
bad.
doomed.
It sounds like an old fisherman wives story. Like I knew when he got on that boat.
No, hasn't that happened to anybody else besides me that you can't get out of the ocean? Or is it
Oh yeah, I've been jacked. Before.
Okay.
I've
You're
been
just
hammered
too
by
big
waves.
boned.
You do bring up
Body
something that
surfing,
I
you're like, oh.
do
you
think
thought
embarrassed
it-
me.
Okay, good.
Because
Good.
it's similar
been
to
a
that. It's
pretty
one of the
easy
few
transition.
times I think I was
Okay, everybody
embarrassed.
quiet. It's McCartney's turn.
I don't know if it was Whammo or Kenner, but there used to be a product they had for kids called the belly bag, which essentially looks like a hefty bag. You go like this in the air, fill it up, and you can jump on the water with this bag full of air.
Huh.
Well, I got bored after about, 15 minutes of doing that. I thought, I can go inside this thing.
Oh, God.
Be like a submarine, my own
Didn't
little
have
thing.
like a choking
And I was
hazard.
I was at the Kikao Point, Black Rock, over the Sheraton, and I'm in it. I'm like, I'm inside the bag and everything. Like, yeah, this is awesome. I'm holding the thing like this so the air won't get out.
Yeah,
I'm floating.
Yeah.
And then at some point, the water just comes bursting in like the Poseidon Adventure. And then I'm like, it's like saran wrap at that point around my body. I'm like,
Oh, no.
and I'm just, help, 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 help. And apparently I had drifted about 50 feet offshore.
Oh, no.
Somebody came out on a motorboat to rescue me.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
pull the thing off, and as it comes off, I see like hundreds of tourists on the beach.
Oh yeah.
All staring at this
That's
9-year-old.
embarrassing. Yeah.
I bet it looked like a scene from The Prisoner, the big ball that came. And
Fun with dry cleaner bags.
All right, Trish, we're moving along here. Go ahead.
More embarrassing moments?
Yeah, well, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I first started doing radio, I mispronounced pu'unene
Yep. What
to a, maybe a not so pleasant term for a female or a female area. And not only.
How come you got it? Oh.
And I was I didn't think it was that, but I was obvious, how I am on the radio. I speak
Uncle
quickly.
Chino.
And not only did I just try to play it off, and Shawn Michaels just like,
Oh my gosh.
and we go to commercial, and Gary Mangineer goes, and I'm like, oh, no one heard it. I get 3 emails. The next time I see 5 people at the grocery store. I mean,
Oh, boy.
for a year, that
Yeah.
broadcast haunted me.
Wow.
So yeah, I definitely have.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
I wish that highway was so easy access.
At least I learned how to pronounce Buttafuoco.
It already smells like it is.
Okay, Chino, you're up. Give me another.
Okay, I was kicked out of my senior prom, and
You're kicked out of everything.
no, this one was actually 100% not my fault.
Did
This
you whip
is-
it out
Had
again?
nothing to do with the size.
Well, I was wearing a zoot suit, so yes. No.
All right.
Okay, so what had happened was me and my mother had restored a '58 Chevy Biscayne together. It was mostly her, but we worked hard together.
Yeah.
And for prom, she decided to take me and my best friend and our dates in the 1958 Chevy,
Cool.
to which we both had zoot suits. We looked great.
Yeah.
Made a big commotion when we entered. Tried to make a scene. Well, my mom now is recovering alcoholic. She's been sober for several years. Very, very proud of her. But of course, during high school, it was tough times.
You're right.
So what had happened was we were at prom, and just as things are concluding, I get a tap on my shoulder from the principal,
Yeah.
and he says, "I need you to step outside," which immediately goes like, "Oh man, like what did I get busted for this time?" And then I walk outside, and it's a police officer, the principal, and my mother, who was, of course, very intoxicated.
Right.
She had thought that they had set aside rooms for people just in case this type of thing happened. And we had to let her know that that's not the type of thing that normally happens. And so next thing you know, prom gets out, and everyone is seeing me talking to the principal, a police officer, and my mom, who's obviously
Who
swung
drove
the bed.
home? You?
Yeah. No. The thing is that we had to stay in the room with my friend's date
Oh gosh.
and her mom and my date and her best friend from Alaska and us two. It was a 2-bedroom room. Yeah, and we didn't wear boxers underneath our pants because it'd be a sign of solidarity if we went commando.
Yeah.
So we were stuck there.
Your mom too?
So this is somewhere between my so-called life and
that's just
after
that's actually just how she does.
after school special.
That's how she rolls.
Let's go with Eric again. Eric, give us another embarrassing one.
I have to follow that up because when I was going through this, doing some research, delving back into my past and really thinking about
Doing
embarrassing
research?
moments. Well, I had to, again,
therapy.
thanks to therapy, I blacked out a lot of this. But I have to say that when I was thinking and I was sharing with a good friend of mine some of my most embarrassing stories, she pointed out that it's funny you start all those stories with you're with some friends having some drinks. So anyway, I'm not going to tell any of those stories, but one that an embarrassing thing that I don't even remember, but my mother remembers very fluidly, was the day I was sent home from school. And I don't remember what the presentation was, but we were talking about, and I was a young kid, about some of our favorite comic book strips.
Yeah.
I could barely spell. I was a young kid. And one of my favorites was the comic book by Schultz, or the comic with Snoopy and Charlie Brown.
Peanuts.
Well, at a young age that's the name, but I kept referring to it as a male sexual organ.
Oh.
And I guess I did it multiple times in the class.
Yeah.
And enough that, and I wouldn't listen to the teacher. I knew what that comic strip was. Anyway, I got sent home.
Good grief.
Wow.
I don't remember this, but my mother remembers it fluidly.
Quick question: Were you talking about how much you enjoyed it?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, in detail, as a matter of fact.
All right, Bill, did you think of anything?
Yeah, actually, when I was in the 8th grade, somebody heard that I could play the piano.
Yeah.
And we were having a big event in the auditorium. All the school kids from all the grades were there. And the whole class was going to sing the Happy Wanderer. You know the song.
Sure.
I am a happy wanderer.
Yeah.
So, and I barely knew how to play the piano, but I somehow got roped into it. So I'm starting to play, and everybody's, I'm a happy wanderer. And then all of a sudden, blank. I couldn't think. And there's like hundreds of kids and parents and everything. Everything stopped in the middle of this program, and everybody's looking around. I am a happy wanderer. What the heck happened in the piano? And I couldn't think where to put my hands. And
should have broke into a good.
That's a good story. That's an
balls of fire.
All right, Sonny, you're up again.
Way to finish, Joe.
Okay, so like me and my 8-year-old buddies.
Yeah.
By the way, in Ocean.
This was last week.
God, I didn't get
That was in stereo.
Hilarious. Okay. So like the town I'm from in Big Island, what used to be the world's longest or biggest subdivision. So just
really?
lots of straight roads and nothing but it's all on the side of a volcano. And we found a shopping cart one day in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. God really was shining on us that day. So we get a bunch of cardboard boxes and put like wings on it and like you magic marker it up. And I'm like, all right, I'm the first one to fly in the spaceship. Let's do this. And I get in it, and we really think it through, you know what I mean? We're like, it's got wheels, it'll stop, you know what I mean? We can turn it just by doing whatever. Video games were all we were talking about at that point.
Yeah.
And I pick up some speed, man, like going 30, and then it just starts to turn a little bit to the side, and it hit like a pothole, and I fly out, and just the wind gets knocked out of me.
Yeah.
And I can't say anything or talk. So there's all these girls, like that's right when they're, have your first girlfriends where you're like, oh, dude, like 3 years from now when I'm into girls, that's going to be the one right there.
Right.
And the wind gets knocked out of me. All I can do is go, get my dad. For like 3 minutes, it was, and when I see these people, they still make that noise to me.
Still.
It's probably the ringtone.
He could have been an astronaut.
All right, Blast.
Well, that's what happens when you make it aerodynamic.
Did you think of another one by any chance?
I've got a bunch. Is this the last one, or are we going to do this one more time?
One more time. We'll do it one more time.
We're going to do one more time? All
Personal.
All right. Well, okay, so this is kind of personal, but it's kind of business. Was 15, just started DJing, and I'm staunchly against alcohol. I don't drink, but at this time when I was 15, I was drinking at a friend's house. Well, girl broke my heart, la-di-da.
Oh.
But notice how he doesn't drink anymore, kids.
Yeah. I haven't drank since 15, but that was only like a month. But anyway, I was playing a friend's party, and it was a rough month.
Was this
in a
when it
garage.
stopped?
And I'm playing. I just put my turntables together. I'm playing music. Everybody's having a great time. They're feeding me beers. I'm drinking away. And next thing I know, the room starts spinning. I don't know what's happening. These girls that were giving me attention are on the right and left of me, really into me and stuff. And I'm on top of the world, but the world's spinning. And next thing I know, I fall backwards. I land on my crates of records.
Ooh.
I can't get back up.
Oh, boy.
The songs are playing, and the girls who were interested in me did not try to help me back up.
Oh, well, you don't need
One ripped the headphones off of my head and put it on, and the other girl started messing with the gear, and all I heard was, because people don't know how records work, grabbed the needle and thought that they were scratching by going across.
No.
So one was pouring beer on my equipment, and the other one was putting scratches across.
This is
the
a
record.
nightmare. This is not embarrassing.
This is a tragedy.
What was embarrassing was I sat there completely. I couldn't get up, and I watched this happen. I watched these girls rape my equipment. And
Yeah.
it was the most
like, take a
awful
second.
experience ever.
All right, good,
So, yeah.
good stuff. All right, we're almost done. We might have time for a few more. Let's go really
Quickie.
fast. Go, McCartney.
Okay, real quick.
I used to tend the bar.
Faster, faster.
And this penguin came up, and he made its way up onto the stool of the bar, and he asked me, "Have you seen my brother?" And I said, "What's he look like?"
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Trish.
No, seriously though, this is aimed at DJ Blast because I was saying in the beginning,
Yeah.
I wonder if I embarrass people, friends and family.
Yeah, you do.
He actually, I don't like doing interviews when people are talking to me because I'm not that interesting.
Yeah,
But he decides he asked me to do his show. I said, "Okay, I'll do your show."
yeah, yeah,
And obviously, we're talking about radio, and I end up bringing up American Graffiti.
yeah.
And then I proceed to look straight in the camera and tell the viewers out there, this is a kid's show
Yeah.
for Maui kids,
Yes.
cakeys.
Yes.
I say,
Kitties.
by the way, American Graffiti is George Lucas's finest film ever.
Absolutely.
Forget Star Wars.
Amen.
So he's got his little test marketing group at home. Why don't you share what happened, how I embarrassed you?
You didn't embarrass me. You pretty much committed suicide in front of everyone. He hasn't lived it down. I mean, you can't bury
you
Star
didn't
Wars
include
like
him
that.
in the show for saying that.
No, we did. Yeah, we did.
We put it in.
Wait.
We put it in.
It was
He
job.
said it.
Are we not agreeing?
They were all
that that's
excited.
true?
They came forward, right? Oh, he's talking about Star Wars. Cool, George Lucas.
Yeah.
And then
Probably
you
wasn't
said
good for the target audience.
the disappointment on their faces.
All right,
You felt bad.
McCartney. Good. Trish, go.
All right, when I first moved to Kihei, I just had a bike, and I was riding my bike on South Kihei Road, dangerous. And a bus almost hit me, so I swerved to miss it, and I was on the sidewalk right in front of Sansei in South Kihei. And there were some people waiting at the bus stop. Some of them may have been homeless. And I swerved to miss them, and I landed in the bushes. And my bike landed on the bushes, and one of the homeless people tried to steal my bike.
Oh wow!
And so the other guy that was at the bus stop was like a vigilante and was like, hey, no. Wait, somebody help her, and I'm going to go get the bike. And it was just really embarrassing.
Oh, yes.
Welcome to
I did see that.
Kihei.
Wow, that's a.
Yeah.
But all the other
that's an
times you've been in the
opportunist,
bushes from a
like-
bike crash,
That was
you
my
weren't
last
embarrassed.
time in the bushes for that kind of reason.
I think we can
I like Chino.
we can learn the lesson from that. Don't swerve to avoid the homeless.
Yeah, yeah, right. I like that.
Hit him head on.
Those
If
trips
it's a
kept
bus
going.
of homeless people, you know what to
Go,
choose.
go.
So when I was a kid, my mom used to dress me in overalls, even though I didn't know how to undo the buttons. I know.
that's
It was
mean.
it was the 80s, and
you
parents
couldn't do
dressed
the
their kids
buttons.
funny.
You wear long johns too?
No, on cold days. But well, I didn't know how to do my buttons, so anytime I had to go to the bathroom, I'd have to have my teacher undo my buttons for me. Well, one day I was sick, the same way.
This is the 11th grade?
Yes.
This is last
Last week.
It's actually the second grade, Miss Music. I'll never forget my teacher's name.
Miss Music?
Miss Music, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Like to
play the flute?
No, she
was
made
not musical.
for like 2 years. I was like, I hate music because
Oh.
your name is incorporated. But I had the same sickness that you had when you were serving tables.
Yeah.
And I couldn't undo my overalls, and I was like, Miss, I need your help. And she's like, man, you need to learn how to undo your buttons. So today I'm not going to do them
Oh,
for you. I'm
no.
like, today's the wrong day.
Yeah.
Long story short.
Yeah.
I fill my overalls.
Oh.
And they send me home, and the next day I come back, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're a baby. You pooed your pants, baby." So I was a baby for a week until a girl sitting across from me peed herself in the chair.
Oh, then you were off the hook.
And she was the one who made fun of me the worst. She was
Oh.
like,
Karma.
No, it gets worse. She was like the scariest person in her class, and she was just this big girl who was just like not like. But
You gotta be a big girl.
Well,
Yeah, right?
well,
she eats a lot.
well fed. No,
Big
she was,
boned.
her brother ended up being like the star running back of our high school. So like good genes.
all right.
And everybody's like, she laughed at me. She's the one who gave me the nickname Baby.
Yeah.
And I said, "Who's the baby now?"
Yeah.
And that was the first time I ever got into a fist fight.
Wow,
and
with
I
a girl?
and I lost.
Yeah, you didn't say you won the fist fight.
Yeah, and she tore my overalls. The end.
At least you could go to the bathroom.
Thank you.
know?
The
Yeah.
Again, depends.
All right, we're gonna go to a feature, and then if we have time at the end, we'll do this.
feature?
You know what feature this is, don't you?
Of course.
Yeah. The sound of the music.
What's the rating?
I almost got
Thank
excited.
You can start.
Chino, you want to guest star again?
No.
And now, it's time for another installment of Andy and Beatrice, the old and relentless. We find Beatrice returning home to discover a frightening presence in the foyer.
Oh my God, Andy, you gave me such a start. What are you doing shuffling around the foyer in the dark? I nearly had a heart attack.
This is our bowling night. We should be there already. You know how important bowling is to me. The team spirit, the competition.
The beer.
Beatrice, it's the one night I can spend with my pals.
A bunch of punch-drunk losers. You'll never amount to anything hanging out with that crowd. And that bowling alley? Spelled wrong. The Frankie Lanes should be torn down with a... What a dungeon.
The Frankie Lanes.
The Frankie Lanes. The pinboy must be 80. The balls are so greasy. And the food is...
what?
And so is the food, if you can call it that. Do we have to stay here? Do we have to stand here in the foyer in the dark?
You used to love to go bowling with me in the movies and restaurants. Beatrice, I think you've lost that loving feeling, and now it's gone, gone, gone. So why so late? Out gallivanting with some eligible septuagenarian?
I don't gallivant, especially with zoo animals. If you must know, I was visiting Susie Shelley. Remember she shells by the seashore? She wants to buy our rubber baby buggy bumper.
Whoa, very
A likely story,
I never
Beatrice.
even read this, to be honest.
You know I'll never part with that rubber baby buggy bumper. It's an antique.
It makes me gag just to look at it. Now, can't we go inside? This foyer is chilly.
Don't change the subject. I've been hearing from friends that you have been seen with other men.
Who told you that? The Pickle Peppers? Piper and Peter? Those petty pompous posers, pistos? What is it?
Preposterous.
Preposterously pretense.
He did this on purpose. you
Wow.
can see that.
I loathe and despise them. You're a jerk, Larry John.
They,
Wes wrote this one.
they said you were seen at the hardware store having an intimate conversation in the plumbing department with a swarthy man half your age.
He was only giving me directions.
Giving you what?
If you must know, I was looking for a gift for your birthday.
All I want is a man cave, a place where I can get away from it all without leaving home.
Get away from me.
A place for my rubber baby buggy bumper, a place of serenity and peace. There's a place for me, a wondrous man cave for me. I'll hold my hand and take me there, somewhere, somehow.
Hey, this ain't no musical. Pipe down. You'll wake up the Pickle Peppers. Anyway, Andy, you got it all wrong. Happy birthday to you, you big lug. Here's your gift.
A shovel?
For your man cave.
Tune in again next time when you might hear Beatrice say,
Can you dig it?
Now, Larry John, put 3 fingers in your mouth and say, my dad works on a pirate ship.
Hold your tongue and say... No,
Trish, that was the best performance I've ever
No,
seen.
really.
Yeah.
That's an Oscar. I smell an Oscar.
That's the best she's ever
I
done.
challenged you.
Your inner Meryl Streep.
Preposterous.
Born to play that role.
She
pure
shows
professional.
that she
She
sure.
sits and shines and
You're
shines and
silly.
sits, and when she sits, she shines.
I didn't know the Pickle Peppers were going to come back into
All
my
right,
life.
so, what do we got here? 0 minutes.
Wait a minute.
We're done already?
We don't even need to roll the credits.
Oh, that's terrible. Well, I don't know about you, but I've had a good time.
As always.
It's been fun, and thanks to our guests that have been. Thank you, Bill. Our guests that have been here too. We appreciate that. Let's see what
DJ Blast, Blast, Blast.
Oh, my.
Oh, DJ
Blast, that's an acronym for something, isn't it?
It is an acronym.
What does it mean?
Beat leader and scratch technician.
All right.
It was the 80s. What can I say?
I'm glad it's made it.
I'm just glad it's not what I thought it meant.
Well, that's all the time we have this week for The Tub. In The Tub are some of Maui's best-known personalities, talking about life on Maui. The Tub is a production of Maui Live Show. Find us online at MauiLiveShow.com, where you can watch past Tub shows. You can also find us on Facebook. See you next time when once again Maui Live Show brings you The Tub.
And we're done. It's vamp time, so we can talk about anything we want. I just wanted to say that I have the worst story of the ocean again. I don't know if we'll use this, but this is in McKenna, and I'm there with my whole family. I'm there with my whole family, and those waves are pretty brutal. You've seen them. You know, they come down, bam, they come down hard.
Yeah, don't turn your back on them.
And I did. I didn't know this. I turned my back, and the waves start rolling me. You know what I'm talking about? They just roll you, and I don't know what's going on. So I look up, and I see my sons running out saying, Dad, do you need some help? Do you need some help? Because I'm going, you know, like this. And I say, yeah, yes. And then I realize I don't have a swimming suit on anymore.
Oh.
And I say, no, don't need any help right now. I fumbled down. I got my, it was right there. Got my swimming suit, put it on, and life was good. Could have been very embarrassing.
Again, depends.
Waterproof.
All right, guys. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you
pull
next
up.
time.